if you are a website developer, if you are an app developer, and you are not making use of Antigravity, Cloud Code, or any other IDE, if you are not making use of any of those three with the latest features that has been implemented for coders or vibe coders, but I don't really like that name, vibe coding, because it's make people feel less about you or make them feel like you are just playing around with your system. But if you are an actual developer and you haven't been taking advantage of these updates, then honestly speaking, you are behind, or you have been left behind, because building a website, building an application has been made easy. And the cool thing about this is that it is not just building a website, it is not just building an application. Antigravity can do a lot more than that. I sure haven't made any video related to Antigravity being released or anything, but I've been making use of Antigravity since the very day it was released, and I've been using it to build websites. The same thing with Google AI Studio. I've been using that as well to build websites, to revamp websites, and so many other things. And what actually made me make this video today is a particular issue Google used to have whenever you are editing something or instructing the LLM to do something on a particular project. You might prompt your Google Antigravity or Google AI Studio that I want you to edit this particular thing, and after editing that thing, it will delete something else after editing it. Or probably you might tell it, okay, I want this font changed, or I want this color changed, and afterwards, after editing that particular thing you want it to edit, it will delete something else in that particular page. And this is an issue I've been experiencing with Google. Now, what I did, or what I've been doing concerning this, is whenever I'm prompting my AI, let me open Antigravity right here. Whenever I'm prompting my AI, I observe that when you are making use of AI, there are some ways AI communicates back, which is by using hash. It uses hash, it uses star is to bold, it uses hash is to make a particular word a title or a topic, and it uses hash as well to make a particular word or sentence a subtopic. It makes it a little bit smaller compared to the actual topic. Now, I noticed it does this, and I decided to also use that same method for it, which is I might be chatting or want to prompt my AI, and I would also start with hash. I don't want you to touch anything else, just fix. This has actually been working for me. Then I would space it down. I would click on or press and hold shift, then I keep tapping enter. That is how I gave it that space. Now, then I would now ask it to, okay, I want to edit the font, probably the font. So this is how I make use of it. This is how I've been able to make Antigravity follow the instructions, even with the fact that I have actually gone into my customization. I've gone into customization and I have edited the global customization, the global rules. I've edited the also the workflow rules, and I edited everything possible, but it kept doing that. And one thing that I also observed is that it does that mostly when you are making use of Gemini 3 Pro. But when you make use of Gemini Flash, it still follows the rules to some extent. So that is why I still hardcore it to make use of that hash, this to actually follow that thing that I wanted to do. Now, that is how I go about it. But I am presently very glad that Antigravity has fixed that, and I was actually surprised to see this. The update dropped today, and immediately I saw that update. I installed it immediately, like I updated immediately. Now, The update, you can see right here that the update was made today, February 19, and that update or the fix is this. Now there are 3 fixes here, which is the first one is they resolved an issue where external plugins could fail to load on Mac OS due to signing. So let me adjust this. So it fails due to signing. It fails due to signing problem. So probably you install a plugin and you sign out or sign in back, you might experience some glitch with that particular plugin. If you are not the type that use plugin with Antigravity, you might not observe this, and I am basically one of those types, because why do I need a plugin? Why? But maybe after using it further, I might decide that yeah, I actually need a plugin. But this was not my issue. I've been seeing Antigravity, which is Google, dropping so many updates. They've been dropping updates, and I am always coming here to check if what they actually fixed makes sense to me. Now they've been patching, they've been fixing, they've been doing all of that, but all those didn't really move me like what they fixed here. Now the second one is fix certain artifact files not being recognized as artifacts and missing the proceed button in the chat UI on Windows. So this is Windows issue. Windows users has been having problem based on this. I don't use Windows, so that doesn't really concern me. You see, the major one that concerned me and energized me to make this video today is the fact that they fixed this third part, which is the most exciting part, and that is they fixed an issue where reverting could occasionally delete files edited by the agent. Now this is something that has been giving me headache. You will tell it to do something, it will do it, but delete something else. And this is Google listening to what people are saying, and right now they fixed it, and I'm super excited to make use of it and see how it's going to work or how it's going to relate to every prompt that I make use of. Although even while using it, because I don't want any risk, I would still be making use of my hash this, or probably I normally use quote as well. So if I use hash, these are what I make use of. If I use hash, that is for the topic, then this is topic, then I make use of this as well, quote, for highlighting that it should do something. Then I also make use of this, bold, to actually make it focus. Let me say focus. So these are the 3 signs, or I don't know what else I should call it, but these are the 3 things that I do make use of. And the reason I was making use of this, or I've been making use of this, is that I noticed when you prompt, let's say we are on, let me go to a particular website right now. Let's say I go to Perplexity, because I make use of Perplexity right now, and I took advantage of the Perplexity 1-year offer, and honestly it's been lovely. And the fact that I can make use of several applications, I can make use of several LLM, which is I can decide to make use of Claude, Sonnet, that's the 4.6, which is the latest one, and as well I can decide to make use of GPT 5.2. They've not upgraded this GPT 5.2, but I'm very sure they would upgrade it very soon. So I've been making use of all of those, and honestly speaking, it's been lovely, it's been amazing. So let's say I ask it to do something right now. Let me close up this. So let's say I ask Perplexity to do something right now. What's the latest So I ask a question right now. So I'm waiting for it. So now what it does here is, you see this particular one right here, that is the 2 hash. Okay, so let me ask it to make use of markdown. Use markdown. So if it use markdown right now, you would see how it makes use of markdown. You would see how it makes use of markdown. Is not giving me the markdown that I actually want. This is the markdown that this is not the markdown that I want. But I'm sure you guys have seen something like this, but I still really want to show you guys. Markdown formats. So you see, at this point, this module releases, that is the hash. That's the hash that I'm talking about. That's the hash that I'm talking about. That is what that module releases. That's what that aspect is. And this part that is Claude code, Claude Opus, is this. Then it's add something. So there's a way you use all of this. I would make another video if you guys want me to make another video. There's a way you make use of all of this in your code when using anti-gravity. So, and there is this, like I said, then you have something in it, and this. So I would show you guys more on how to use this and how it works. So that is about this video. So if you're making use of anti-gravity or haven't started making use of anti-gravity, this is the time to download anti-gravity and start building sheets. So lest I forgot, you can decide to run your anti-gravity on a VPS. There's these websites where you can get your server for as low as, so this video is mainly for anti-gravity, but I just want to touch this particular part because this server, I've been making use of it for the past 4 years now, and it's been giving me the best service ever. And the cool part of it is that it's the cheapest in the world. In the world, like no other server is as cheap as this. Now this is what you can get OpenClaw for just $3.96, and in a year you could be paying less than $50 to use your OpenClaw. So I will make a better full details about this, but if you want to make use of this, if you want to make use of this VPS server or this VPS website to get your OpenClaw, the link to get to this page is actually in the description. So just go to this description section and you can see the link right there. Just click on it, and yes, it's an affiliate link. And I'm not just making this video about these websites because of the affiliate advantage. I'm making a video to tell you guys that there's a lesser platform right there that you can make use of instead of Hostinger. A lot of influencers have been sharing that you should make use of Hostinger, but there is actually a cheaper one than Hostinger. Hostinger is going to give you this same, lesser than this, for $6 something, but this platform is going to give you more than what Hostinger is going to give you for just $3.9. So that is it, and that is that about that. So see you when I see you in my next video.